moving armed gang members and people selling military-grade weapons off our streets. Who on earth could possibly have a problem with that? Only someone who derives their power or votes from making people who are permanent residents with green cards or legitimate asylum seekers with a valid claim think that somehow they're getting kicked out of the country and that they're public enemy number one. But not only are ICE agents in unmarked vehicles not staking out places like the Roosevelt Hotel in Midtown, there are only 6,000 agents who can act in a deportation manner. ICE is physically unable to do the thing that the fearmongers out there want to make people think Trump is telling them to do right now. And when interviewed by the local news, the residents of these buildings have a completely opposite opinion to that of this resistance movement.
I feel bad for those people that really came to this country to get a better future, but a fault of all the criminals, now those people have to pay.
This is very bad that they have these people here. They taking our money, they taking our streets over, and they bringing more police, and we don't need police over here. We fine the way we are. Tell them back.
Would you look at that? Local residents are totally opposed to an increased police presence that comes to their neighborhood looking for criminals who shouldn't even be in the country to begin with. On top of that, these residents don't think it's fair for criminals to get free stuff while they break the law. Let's be real, it's not, but for some reason, there's elements of our society telling us we should think that it is fair. And we're supposed to think that these dangerous gang members aren't actually criminals at all. They're being wrongfully targeted. And if these advocates really cared about immigrant communities, they'd be out there rejoicing that criminals who are terrorizing these communities are now off the streets. And none of these activists are willing to come out and be honest. Every time they get interviewed, it's always in the context of ICE activity or policing in New York City. And what do? They say, well, this is just the beginning. These initial raids, these are just the start. Soon, they're gonna come for everybody. Your mother, your daughter, your dog. But fear-mongering, that's only one part of the equation. Look at this. Back in December, police took down one of these TDA gang houses, which had 7 people living inside of it. And they tracked them down to this specific apartment building when one of these guys went there wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor. And this is the other reason we've got such a problem with these gangs. They're walking around as free men in a city that will not put them in jail when they commit crime. In fact, our legal system does everything it can to make sure they walk free, and they are.